Let's get into a little bit of topics around XRP and point of sale systems. It's an interesting topic. I think you guys will like it. It'll give you some light on where the market is going. My name is Paul Barron. Welcome back into TechPath. I want to thank our sponsor today, and that is Uphold. Did you know that you can earn up to 17.6% rewards by staking some of your crypto over at Uphold? This is one of the places that you can go to start your crypto journey. Very easy to sign up, and also what they do is they go out and try to find the best price for you. The other thing that they do on Uphold is they'll release to you tokens as soon as they're advanced into the market. So as soon as they carry on Uphold, they give you a notification. You get a chance to almost front run the market. So check it out and go to uphold.com. Use our link down below. It's going to give you some special offers to get started. As you guys know, we covered this topic last week, and the topic was really getting into the trillion-dollar problem with point of sale and retail in general. And XRP was one of the topics that we were really talking about because of an advancement that was made by a young developer that really created kind of maybe a next generation point of sale system that could be crypto driven. I want to play a clip for you to show you what he created to give you kind of an update of where we are. Take a look.
It's an XRP wallet, same as Apple Wallet, Google Wallet, but instead of Visa and MasterCard, we are straight on the XRPL network. So let's do 2 cents for this one. Continue to payment, waiting payment, we just tap, straight away processing transaction. It's gone to the testnet, and as soon as this goes on chain, we'll get a little success message. Done, we tap here, you can see it verified on chain, 2 cents.
Wow, that's crazy.
To be honest with you, Tom, I've been watching POS for a very long time in my career. I actually started in the POS game with Microsoft, so it was kind of aching back to my early development years and seeing that. So congrats on everything you did there, and congrats on winning the hackathon as well. So very cool.
Cheers, thank you very much. Thanks for having me. I think one of the key use cases for crypto and why a lot of people got into it is the decentralization, the not needing a bank, all that kind of thing. So payments have always quite excited me.
Yeah, you just saw the problem and says, hey, I think I can build something that might work.
The biggest red flag for me was how much merchants pay, right? Like as a customer, we never see like the 3 to 5% fees. As when I first saw that, I was like, oh my God, how is this a thing? And obviously seeing like XRP, Solana, where gas fees are so cheap, I feel like it's just so obvious. I was thinking, why hasn't someone done this before?
Well, I think a lot of people have tried to do it before, and it's been one of those things that really kind of, first of all, it's a daunting task because I think you're dealing with two of the biggest categories out there, especially in retail sales. Merchant sales dominate trillions of dollars a year. And when you look at that percentage, then you layer in the technology, which is mostly hardware driven in the POS side. What you've been able to do is pretty amazing because you're kind of leapfrogging not only the payment system, but maybe even the POS terminals at some point down the road. When would we see the potential for a beta launch of what you're building?
I think we really want to aim for XRPL Apex, which is in June. I think that'd be a pretty awesome event. So like maybe you can buy a coffee there, you can buy some merch using RLUSD.
So that's just around the corner. What about the merchant-facing app itself?
That'll be the same time, I think.
About the same time?
So we'll try to release both of them. Yeah. Like you said, right, the XRP army has been crazy already. All my previous projects on XRP have had crazy support. This one's already had probably a couple hundred in the waitlist already. But I think just reaching out to those crypto native and early adopters, as merchants that have already reached out and said they'd like to be part of this and like to try this, aiming for the early adopters, definitely.
You know, if you come out with some really killer features here, that's going to probably give you maybe a vehicle for being able to market it. Is there anything within the app itself that you can talk about that is going to be available in terms of a feature?
Eventually what we want to do is have it side by side with a payment app, so people can still pay with Visa, but then also their crypto users can tap, they can earn credits, and that'll be from the same payment terminal, the same app. So that's more of a longer goal.
Yeah, so they're going to be earning credits. The revenue model right now, are merchants forced to swap using Xeno right now? Is that kind of the plan? And would this be flexible in the future to be able maybe them to be able to use something else. Say go to XBig Market or some other platform or marketplace.
Yes, exactly. Yes, yeah.
So it will be able to.
Only the wallet will be Xeno, but then we want to spread to as many merchant payment apps as possible. So on the payment terminal side.
So why choose XRP? Because I know that and we'll show here in a second that you've built on Solana before. Why go the XRP route?
I think XRP route, regulation-wise is probably the biggest one, and they're focused on payments, cross-border payments. If there was to be one that would be backed by the US government, for example,
right,
the coin would probably be on XRP. Obviously, it could make sense to be multi-chain in the future, but I think XRP is probably the best place to start.
What about TPS? You've had a chance to, as a developer, you've tested the speed of the network. Do you think it can handle this kind of flow and also demand? Because you're also probably seeing what's happening at these retail merchants as well. What are your thoughts?
Definitely for now, and I think XRP will, their TPS over time will increase. I reckon it can definitely compete with near to Visa's numbers.
What about the gas fees?
They're fractions of a penny, right?
Fractions, yeah.
So, yeah.
What is the revenue model for you and for the development of this concept as it starts to make its way into payment in crypto?
I think the revenue model is probably going to be similar to like Phantom wallets, right? So they were just valued at 3 billion, right? So that's huge market cap.
That's nice.
But they don't take a single transaction fee. The way they make money, right, is through swaps. So swapping RLUSD to, I don't know, RLGBP, on-ramping and off-ramping. That's where they take a small cut. So I think if we go that route, then we're not interfering with transactions. We encourage users to use it as much as possible, and they can extract and use whatever other wallets they want. But it's a way where we're able to get a fair cut.
Building on the different blockchains, I was looking at your PAL Cards website, in essence, a loyalty platform. What was your favorite to build on? Was it Solana? Was it XRP? Or do you just kind of like blockchain in general?
I like blockchain in general, and different chains have different perks, right? Solana is great for its developer community. I think events-wise, Solana do great. Financial-wise, I think XRP, and they've got a killer community online. I feel like XRP's online presence is very powerful as well.
Who do you think wins the POS side? When you look at transactions, so you're feeling that XRP, just because of their financial presence, that they could be the natural chain for a merchant service type platform versus Solana.
I definitely see the future as multi-chain, but for now, I feel like we're best bets XRP, yes.
Do you think they'll utilize RLUSD? Is this something that you think is going to get adopted? Because this is still a stablecoin that's very early, right now. What is your thought?
I think RLUSD is definitely going to be probably at the forefront of these stablecoins. I think stablecoin adoption as a whole will definitely be increased, and we'll see more and more money flow on-chain rather than off-chain. You won't need to constantly be on-ramping and off-ramping. The natural way to pay will always be on-chain. Yeah, I think definitely the killer product right here is Xeno.
I'm looking at your sample. I want to show this, actually. This is decentralized loyalty, and I'm going to go to my full screen so people can see this. Watch how quickly the transaction takes place, and then how fast that is for a loyalty remittance, and then notification right there inside the wallet, back to an NFT, and then it flips right into the wallet there as a token. So you've got the tie-in right there. You were using an example of like a retailer, like Walmart. So you feel like that, because I still think loyalty is the killer app for crypto in the future. I'm still questioning whether or not payment will get adopted, but loyalty it's like a wide open marketplace right now. Is that the way you see it as well?
Oh yeah, loyalty definitely is. That's probably the easiest intro, right? Could have been used with a Walmart app, like no user needs to see, and they could be spending it freely. And that was literally using a Visa card and loyalty in the same single tap.
Because right now Visa is on all the credit cards out there, all the debit cards. Is there a way to where that gets circumvented? This was a partnership you did with Raposa. Do you think at some point we might see a crypto card without the need for a Visa merchant service?
I hope so, and that's what we're building at Xeno. And obviously we've seen a lot of like credit cards, debit cards that are built on crypto as well. So I use a Cast card, for example, right, where I tap I spend USDC on Solana,
Yeah,
and
that's
it
the one right
converts
here.
it. Still uses
Yeah, you
the
were doing the grocery
yeah.
thing. Yeah, I see it.
Yes, but that still uses Visa network, so a merchant still
Mhm.
pays a 3%, and then they're paying on top probably off ramping fees, right?
Right.
So in my eyes, there's a lot of fees there. I hope that eventually the way is we completely cut that 3 to 5% for
I
sure.
like that.
Because
I mean,
that's not
the first time I
sustainable.
saw it, I was like, if this can potentially get, because there's two things that have to happen. Obviously, you need a little bit of industry pickup. So a handful of big retailers that might carry this alongside their traditional merchant services. But once you have that along with consumer pickup, where there's a reason for that, have you talked to any merchants as to how they might figure out how to benefit a user other than loyalty or something of that nature, so that a user would say, I'm going to select this way to pay versus Visa?
I think it definitely has to be cashback, to be honest.
Okay.
If a merchant is saving, say, 1 to 2%, right, why not give 0.5% back to the user, and they can use kind of credit and extra cashback to the user?
Bank on ramp, off ramp. You keep referencing Xeno. Why hasn't Ripple created one of these already? Why do you think we haven't seen this? And do you think it's coming?
Why Ripple haven't done it is probably regulation-wise. It seems you need to focus on the KYC side, the anti-AML side. There's a lot that can go wrong, and I think Ripple were probably going through a lot during the lawsuit. But I'm sure once they get the regulation clarity, I'm sure that'll be
Yeah.
something they do in the near future.
If someone pays you in a credit card, there's a settlement period that occurs, of which most of the time the merchant service company takes yields on the open market, because they're out there basically playing with that cash. In this kind of scenario, the settlement's almost instantaneous. So my question would be, could a merchant come in, and now that I've got those fees in my wallet sitting there, would I be able to maybe earn yields against that, utilizing what you're planning to do here?
So could a merchant earn yields on what they're holding?
Yeah, what they're
Yeah,
holding.
100%. They could automatically stake any income. There's some platforms that are like 10%, right? 10% staking or even higher.
Yeah, exactly.
So we
Yeah.
could definitely do some automatic staking there.
Interesting. I think, Tom, we're going to see some pretty interesting things for you coming up, because this is a big problem in the industry. I think you've been able to kind of show that there is a solution potentially here if we start to see some uptake within it. And I love to see young developers kind of go to this direction. As far as the roadmap, when you look going forward, a little bit about the Xeno token, or give me some idea of what is next down the road here for you guys.
Create our Android app, create our iOS app, and get our wallet out there so people can start using it. And then we'll start moving to like the revenue model we said of on-ramping, off-ramping, token swaps, maybe staking, things like that.
Yeah, you've got your on-off
obviously
ramp. It looks like Q3, Q4. Is that when that would happen, do you think? All right.
Yes.
And then partnerships
And
with
then
POS and hardware providers. That'll be a big deal.
Yes, we'll be having ongoing conversations. We've got some good connections there, so hopefully
Very cool.
we can get into these payment apps.
Yeah, implement play to earn more rewards, and then merchant covered gas fees, which I think we talked about a little bit there to kind of create a lower friction. Man, I think you're onto something here, Tom, and I'm interested to see how this resolves, especially because it's involved with XRP, and I look at XRP and the ecosystem. It's very young, but at the same time, very robust. So I think you've hit on it in terms of some of its strengths for sure. But we're definitely going to be watching very close. So thanks for coming in on the show today. We appreciate it.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
All right, you guys, if you're not in the Diamond Circle, make sure and get in on that right now. And if you're also not in our Telegram group, we leave a link down below. Check that out. It's official Paul Barron. We only have one, just so you know. There's no others, just one. And do that. And of course, follow me out there on X at Paul Barron. We'll catch you next time right here on TechPath.